Oh, oh. How did we get back to the intro again? God, where did that 3 minutes go? Right. Okay. Right. Danielle! Oh no, Daniel! Oh, come on, give me a break. Stylus. Stylus, where are you? There you are. Excellent. Right, headphones. Oh my goodness. I've literally been trying to I've got to grab all of the other live streams that still haven't been uploaded yet and spent the last hour downloading, cutting, trimming, re-uploading, thumbnailing, titling. So there should be some more of the other streams going up on Danske Live. Oh, right. There we are. How's everyone doing? What day is it? Thursday. I'm back home and you're still... Yeah, I am still late. Late ski. Will AI replace graphic and logo designers? Yes, we're all doomed. Yeah, it's not been too bad. There is one really annoying thing since reinstalling everything, and it probably won't do it now. But if I try and do a screenshot, yeah, there you go. You see that? It doesn't let me screenshot. It only goes 1 pixel down or across. And I don't know why this is happening, but it's so irritating. If I hold down Option, it's like really bugged. I don't know what is going on. So you can press Shift and the Option key, and it like sort of works. So I've kind of got to drag it out, press Option, then take my screen. Why it does that, I've got no idea. But it's so irritating. But yeah, I think I've pretty much more or less got it working now and relatively bug free. But yeah, worth going through it. Like, oh god, upgrading to that other one, Tahoe, whatever it is. It's just no. Flipping no. I think I sent the screenshot of the corner, the radii, 3 different corner radii on Windows layered up, and it was just horrific. As I cannot deal with this. As someone who has a background in UI design, there is no way. That is just unforgivable. You look so fresh today, Dan. Do I? Fresh? That's a daisy. Oh, that's nice. You said a nice thing about me. Unless you're going to bring it back around and say you look like fresh shit or something. But you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, would you? 100% no. Right. Okay. We're going to do some logos today. Or logos. Logo. Oh, steady old Dan. Let's not get ahead of yourself. Let's start with 1 and see where we go. By the way, we're going to be doing a design competition. Me and Pops have been talking about it, and we're going to do another monster ski competition again this year for Halloween. We're probably going to be Photoshop based. Sort of similar to last time, but doing some, yeah, really cool, crazy creative work. Someone's at the front door. Oh no, is that the children? Oh no, please, they can't be home already. Hopefully it's just a Amazon package or something. Oh, it might be my air dusters. You know, to spray out the dirt and dust in your keyboard. That's what it is. Right. Do. Yeah, so basically what... I really want to show you, but I really can't. So basically me and Pops, we've got the song. So we've used AI and a bunch of other things to get the basis for a song, and then we're probably going to add some vocals to it and do the whole editing thing like we did last year. But the song is flipping sick. It's so good. And I'm going to listen to it now. Honestly, the song is just wicked. But I feel like because we did a video last year, we've sort of been through that. We never did a music video before, so we know what to expect now. So I feel like it should be a little bit easier this time. But yeah, we will be doing a design competition For Halloween. Right. Let's get the old ChatGPT. Write me a brief for a logo design. Should we add anything specific? That just seems a bit too open. I mean, we are at the mercy of ChatGPT. I got an idea. We'll make it a bit more interesting. Write me 3 short briefs for a logo design, and then I'll run a poll and chat can pick the chosen idea. Oh, the cat's going mental again. You shouldn't hear any music, by the way, so do shout if you hear music all of a sudden. Good afternoon. I'm a beginner and use Inkscape, but I only have a mouse. I'm thinking of getting a starter drawing pad. Are the cheap £40 Mark ones any good, or should I just go for a small Wacom? Wacom are good, but they're quite expensive. I know what you mean. There are lots of cheap ones. I can't attest to the ones that are in the £40 range. I suppose I did have a little Wacom bamboo. I would look at XP Pen. There are a few that play around in that space, but so far, like the ones I've got are XP Pen. They're like a bit more higher end, I think you could say. But just looking around with other brands that are a bit cheaper, you get like a bit more for your money. Whereas with Wacom, like they're good products, but that you pay for it being a Wacom, if that makes sense. Like for sort of similar money, you could get like another brand, like an XP Pen one, and you get like a bigger tracking area for the same money. Do you know what I mean? I think over time it's actually become quite a competitive space. Yeah, very good. Right. Eco Brew. Coffee brand. Pulse. Nice. Nova. Ooh, these are cool. All right. Start a poll. Which one are we designing? What do we got? Eco Brew. Pulse. Nova. Oh, that's all right. No worries. Oh, I don't get to vote. I want to vote. Oh. Oh my goodness, it's relatively close. Oh yeah, I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably go 2 or 3 because we did eco, sustainability, whatever before, but we'll see. Nova, what's that? Futuristic logo for a design creative agency. Should feel professional but imaginative. Geometric shapes, gradients, or star space inspired elements. Okay, so a bit more cosmic. Color palette leaning towards purples, blues, and metallics. Okay. A dynamic, bold logo for a fitness app. Capture movement and energy. Abstract shapes, heartbeat pulse. It's so close. Mm, I don't know. Yeah, we've definitely done some. We've done iced coffee to the moon and back. We did. Yeah, we did the sustainability one before. We did do a fitness one, bite size, but that was like a 5 minute logo thing. It wasn't really like a kind of fleshing out a proper idea. Why not? Why not do all of them? Gee, why didn't I think of that? I don't have affiliate links for Creative Cloud now. No. There was also a coffee logo with a galaxy. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually. Okay, let's go with Nova then. 43%. God, that flipped around, didn't it? Right. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It was all 5 minute ones. I think a lot of them. That's fair, Stefan. A beer logo. Yeah. They do have pretty cool graphics actually on the front of like beers and the pumps in a pub. I was looking at some the other day in Weatherspoons, and it was like, ooh, they're quite a lot. There's a lot more to them. They're quite involved, some of them. So you need a bit more time, I think. Okay. Creative thinking agency that helps brands out stand out through bold design, storytelling, and digital innovation. The logo needs to reflect creativity, professionalism, and a sense of modern sophistication. Create a logo that feels sleek, imaginative, and future focused. Establish a visual identity that communicates trust, innovation, and premium quality. Digital and print, yep. Target, star, ambitious brand seeking fresh, innovative design solutions. Okay, so we could do something pretty cool here. Modern, clean, slightly futuristic. Love it. Geometric forms. Starburst, cosmic shape, abstract marks. That suggests creativity and innovation. Okay, avoid cliches like light bulbs or swooshes. Interesting. Oh yeah, purples, blues, and gradients. Oh yeah, this could look really flipping cool actually. I got a gradient in mind already. Kind of like a sort of tealy turquoise to more of a cyan into a purple. That like 3 point gradient is, I've used it before for a client project and I just buzz higher years ago and I remember it was lush. Metallic accents. Must scale for app icons and large signs. Okay. Right, let's copy all this. And we'll do a bit of scribblage. We'll do kind of like a cut down version of the sort of word mapping process and everything. Oh, why is my Photoshop flickering when I tab? That's weird. Yeah, just so we can get onto the design side of things a bit quicker, because that stream last time was flipping long. So, oh, my computer's being so stupid. There is one thing my computer keeps doing. Every now and then it will... I don't know what it will do, actually. It's like it... I'll click on an app and it's like the shift key is being held, or the option key, or another key is being held other than the one I'm holding. It's really annoying. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm clicking things and it's just not responding. It's very odd. If I just smash the keyboard really hard, that seems to fix everything. So you just have to sometimes bang the keyboard in frustration. Maybe just yell a little bit as well. That seems to seems to sort it out. Right, we'll just do this in Photoshop now for speed. Okay, let's move it over here so my big chunky head isn't in the way. Get a nice color. Biddy. Go with orange. Do-do-do-do. All right. Okay. Stylus is working. Cool. Your mic sounds different. No, it's not a different mic, but it's reset all my OBS settings. So hopefully it does sound all right. Am I crazy, or Teams and Adobe Tools is adding more layers of difficulty to work in graphic design? How do you mean more layers of difficulty? Like in the software, or more clear somehow? Hey, I'll take that. You are different. Excellent. Hey, Carl. Right, let's go grab some keywords here. So we're just going to circle a few bits and bobs. Stuff that looks interesting. Scribble some ideas. Right, so this is pretty key. Forward thinking. Let's get a... No, can't really see that. Right, forward thinking. In fact, I got a better idea. We'll blend mode on multiply and we'll do this. This is a better way of... There we go. Through bold design, that's pretty important. Storytelling. Ooh. And then innovation. The logo needs to reflect. So it's got to be creative, professional, and a sense of modern sophistication. So I'm not going to bother with professional and modern because it's gonna do that anyway. That's just like a given. But creative and sophisticated. It feels sleek. There's lots of words here. Right, imaginative. That's probably more. That's more interesting to me. Future focused. So you don't have to highlight everything. I'm pulling out words that are kind of more relevant to me. My style generally is quite clean and modern and professional anyway. I mean, I suppose professional, you could take that as not silly, not childish or immature. So you could highlight that one, but yeah, work, digital and print, that's kind of a given. fresh, innovative design solutions. So there's that word again, innovation, innovative. Slightly futuristic, not too much. Geometric forms, that is pretty important. Starburst or cosmic inspired shapes. Okay. These are just ideas, abstract marks. Abstract marks that suggest creativity or, there's that word, innovation. So innovation's a word that keeps popping up over and over again. And you'll find that when you do your questionnaire and you get these answers back, clients may sometimes use the same word over and over again. Whether they realize it or not is irrelevant. For us, it's like, great, this is clearly something that they are thinking about, that is front of mind. Avoid cliches like light bulbs and swooshes. Okay. A typography would be pretty straightforward, I think. Maybe we could take an existing one and customize it slightly. We could definitely do something a little bit sci-fi quite easily, I think. So, right, if I were to scribble down some ideas then. So, what do we got? Imaginative. Let's get some text, actually. Pop that over here. Imaginative. No, let's do, we'll do innovative. And then we'll write down some ideas under these headings. So what are the main sort of things? Forward thinking, future. So forward / future thinking. Creative and bold. And what would be another one? Actually, we could just stick with those. We'll stick with those. So I'm just going to kind of scribble down some ideas that come to mind when thinking about these different words. So innovative. What is innovation? In fact, let's look up a innovation. Let's look up a textbook definition of innovation. The action or process of innovating. Great. So example, innovation is crucial to the continuing. No, that's not good. Innovating. Make changes in something that is established, especially by introducing new methods, ideas, or products. Okay, so innovation. Oh, my handwriting's awful. So change. Something that's established new methods. So new, what other words? Innovation. I mean, you could say design. I don't know. Design. Think. They did say forward thinking. So think, to innovate, you've got to think, right? Honestly, feel free to shout out any ideas for any of these headers if anyone's got any. Oh, we've kind of got this down here, but we'll do a bit of word association as well. So we'll go arrow. No, I can't spell. There we go. Arrow for forward thinking. Future. How do you represent future? Time. Transformation. Love that. That is brilliant. Transformation. I don't know why the words are starting to lift off the page. Hey, there we go. Hey, Marina. How's it going? Future thinking. Could you say world? I mean, future thinking, you know, again, think, brain. You could say idea. They didn't want anything like light bulbs, though. Prophetic. I can't even remember what that word means. prophetic. Accurately predicting. Oh, right, like a prophet, prophetic. Oh, yeah, okay, I do know that. So forward thinking. Okay, so prophetic slash. Why am I going up? Why am I lifting off? Okay. Anticipating, problem solving, innovation. Kind of a few more words as well. We'll do a bit of that word association style as well, where you kind of visual things. So what sort of visual things are brought to mind? Creative and bold, color, strong. So like, thick, chunky, in your face. Dash or bolt. So where would that go? Forward, future thinking. Yeah. Dash. Expectation. What would be like a visual representation of expectation? How would you visually represent that? Ooh, let's have a look at that. XP Pen Deco 03. Oh yeah, is that the blue one? The bluish one? Yeah, that would be a very good starting point if we're looking at the same one. I I have one in the drawer that is like that, but it's a screen that you draw on, but it's got the same design, the same layout, same buttons down the left. So it would be, I imagine it'd be very similar to that. Just instead of drawing on a screen, you're drawing on the tablet. But if you're brand new to this, yeah, I think that would be a good place to start. I used a graphics tablet rather than a pen display for years and years and years, and it's just a great place to start to get a feel for if it's something that you like. Hey, Leonard J, how's it going? Movement, yes, brilliant, fantastic. God, I feel like a teacher at the front of a classroom here. Creative and bold. We need to get like a big whiteboard. Hello again. I'm thinking of a piece that fits into a whole. How would the missing piece of a problem that I have as a customer? How would you visually represent that? Like a puzzle piece? And if so, which one would you put it in? Creative and bold. I mean, creative makes me think of art. I'll put art and design. Um, Computer, stylus, seeing as we're talking about them. So like tools that creatives physically use. Oh, thank you, Mohanad. Hope. Where would you put that? Under innovation or future, futuristic, outer space vibe are all connected? Of course, yeah, they did suggest that, didn't they? Where was it? Starburst or cosmic inspired shapes. Future thinking. future thinking with the sci-fi. So we could do sci-fi and put space. So if you go with a space theme, it will work perfectly. Innovation is also connected to the previous 3. So creative, sci-fi, bold. Rocket. I mean, we could do. Why not? Why the heck not? 1 second. Back in a moment. Yeah, we could do like a little rocket or something, actually. Do you get lifetime to all of the content if you purchase the masterclass package? Hey, any of my courses, you get lifetime access. Yeah, any of them. There's a link to the Illustrator one pinned at the top of the chat, but I do Photoshop and Illustrator, beginner to super advanced stuff. And then the Pro Designer Mentorship is just all of them in one, but then you save a chunk of money if you kind of enroll together. You know, you get the course or courses, and then you get support from me if and when you need it. So basically, you just get me on tap, my brain. Right, I think that'll do for now, won't it? So let's expand this little beauty by 4. Give us lots of space. And then maybe start sketching some ideas out. So just a simple brush. This one here I'm going to use and drop the flow down to about 30%. And this will give you like a really nice sketchy brush, which is great for ideas. I might have to just move the mic so I can sketch a bit easier. 100%, yeah. I live in the Discord. That's one thing I love about Discord now, actually. Like, I think I've said to a few of you before that I spend a lot less time on social media these days. And a lot of that time is now in the Discord instead, which is just like so much healthier. Just chatting to people rather than just scrolling infinitely. The beginning of the project. Okay, so David, what do you mean? Like the sketching we're about to start now, how to generate ideas, that sort of part of the process. Oh, we've just got started. All we've done, David, really is just speed run a brief, throw down a few ideas, very, very rapid word mapping, and a bit of word association, just to kind of get into the meat and the potatoes, the fun stuff. Okay, cool. Well, this is all ChatGPT generated, so I'm winging this as we go because it's just way more fun. We can watch me stress out. Ha! So, I wish I could. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me screenshot. I'm going to screenshot this. This will really help me, actually. If I screenshot this list, my stupid screenshot thing's going to work. There we go. I'll stick it on my other monitor so I don't have to keep going back to it. So let's open you up. There we go. All right, I've got it in front of me now. No, that's a really good point. I've actually not thought to listen to it back. Yeah, I think I'll keep using this one for now. But yeah, I will do an audio test when I get a minute. But I think a lot of people quite like this one. I think it makes sense. It was more to just try it out, basically. I've got the wireless mic for sort of YouTube videos. It's just much easier for me to talk and gesticulate and that without having a massive mic in the way. So when I kind of make YouTube content, it's just a bit easier in that regard. Right. Okay. I need to go into design mode now. So, crap. What's the name of what's the name? Nova. Is it Nova? It's Nova, isn't it? Okay. Right. Sketchy, sketchy. We could do arrows, forward thinking. I think in this early part as well, the best thing is to not overthink it. Just I could go on and look up ideas and inspiration, and I might do that at some point. But for right now, I'm just gonna just see what pops into my head. What have we got? An N. So we could do something very angular, which is probably a bit more sci-fi, and that would look flippin' cool as well, actually. And then, I mean, you could make an arrow out of here. So we could do an arrow, two halves, transformation, before, after, maybe, change. Don't know. And obviously there's lots of different types of N as well. So if I wanted to go the N route, what I would do is I would type an N and go through loads of fonts, and just because then you get to rapidly see, sci-fi fonts, normal fonts, bold fonts, condensed fonts. It's probably not going to be a serif typeface, I'll be honest, but do not overthink. Yeah, absolutely. These designs here are meant to be crap, and I think a lot of creatives wouldn't normally show a lot of this stuff, but this is why I like the streams. You kind of get like an inside look into the crap that I do produce. I'm not, I can't, I'm not good at drawing. I don't practice drawing. I'm not interested in drawing. And I don't need to be. These concepts are just for me to go, yeah, that's good, that's bad, and then I can kind of move forward. If I want to do some high fidelity sketching, I can go and do that and present it or whatever, if I need to. But right now, this is the kind of thing that wouldn't ever really be seen by anyone, except maybe my kids, and they'll just laugh at me. Of course you are, Dan. I am what? What did I say? I've forgotten already. Come on, that was like 10 seconds ago. I've got the memory of a fish, Andrea. It's like downloading the first thoughts to paper to create space to be creative. Exactly, yeah, just literally raw thoughts. So, rocket, that kind of resonated a little bit. If I were to draw a little rocket, something. And I could go and you can go and look up icons as well. Actually, icons can be very helpful, because obviously an icon isn't a logo per se, but a great thing about an icon is that usually an icon is there, it's small, it's simple, and it's there to represent one specific thing. So if I look up an icon for a rocket, it's going to give me a good idea of the different components. So you've got this bit here, the pointy bit, the top section, you might have the window, the little 3 legs or the 2 legs, and then the rocket flame here. So icons are like a distilled form of a real world thing. And if you are going for like minimal and simple, icons can be a very good source of inspiration for just the shapes. So like if I were to go, oh, this is the basic shape for a rocket. Once you've got the basic shapes, then you can add details, you can change it, you can build on it, and you're kind of working from like a solid foundation. Does that make sense? Oh wow, the Latin word nova means new, and historically it was used to describe a bright, newly appearing star. That's interesting. New. Okay, how would we represent new? Because I love that. That would be something really cool to kind of get in there, even if it's subtle. So how would you visually represent new? I mean, a star. A little 5-pointed star. Obviously, try and do something really cool with it so it's not too crap. There is an arrow in there. So, oops, I messed that one up. Let's try again. So if we were to, I feel like this has probably been done elsewhere a million times before. So I don't know. But do you know what I mean? You've got like an arrow that could be a rocket. And we could do it obviously properly. So I don't know. There's one idea. Paper aeroplane. That could be kind of cool. How do we do that? Do we just take a cut out of that? Is that a paper airplane? So this is where I'd look up online. I'd go and look up paper airplane icon. But like a top-down one. Oh, okay, so a lot of them just are straight line. A sci-fi space rocket paper airplane. And then, I mean, you could do the movement as well, but maybe not. Tip 2, icon provides basic shapes that can help in the creative process. I should be writing this down. This is good content ideas. Yeah, I like icons. They can be really useful. That's why it's cool to get those words down as well. You know, like brain, rocket, sci-fi. Because then even if you're not entirely sure how to, you know, like one of the words for innovative was transformation. So if I were to just go and do that now. Transformation icon. It can spark all sorts of ideas. Transformation. Yeah, so you've got the infinity symbol, you've got arrows going in a circle, you've got cogs, you could have interlinking cogs, you could have a cog with a brain. Yeah, this one seems to be appearing a lot. The cog and the world. So this is one way that I do use icons to just kind of give me ideas. I try not to look too much at other designs. I do sometimes, but I just don't want another design to get stuck in my head and influence what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Like if I were to go and type, I could go and type Nova logo, but then, well, firstly, I might see something that's really cool that I could have maybe come up with myself, but also I might see something and then that gets stuck in my head and it has a subconscious influence on what I'm doing. These are interesting. Creativity. So that's another good one. So we'll do a creativity icon. Brain. We're steering clear of light bulbs. Pens, pencils. Pencils. Arrow. An arrow pencil. A pen rocket. Pen tool rocket. Or a pencil rocket. Pencil rocket. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. So we'll probably do it on an angle. So a pencil rocket. Or, I wonder if we could turn this into, let's get a rocket shape. Let's do a rocket shape, actually. A rocket icon. Because some of them look really cutesy and some of them look cool. But I want to turn a rocket into a pencil. So I would look up rocket shapes that look more like a pencil. So this one here, that could be a bit more pencil. It's a bit thinner. This one could be very pencil-y. So let's grab that. We'll just stick it in there. So if I were to do, I'll probably have it going on an angle. So maybe we could actually even have it bow out slightly. That could be kind of cool as well. And then the pencil. The pencil, this could be this bit here. In fact, the shape almost kind of lends itself really well. I always forget which way it goes. Is it that way for a pencil? Unless we just did it more like a rocket and we did that. And then what do we got? We've got the lines here for the pencil. And then we got the eraser. So that could be the bottom part there. A little fat pencil. Adorable. And then obviously the wings on the side. Now, how could we do that in a way that is subtle and not too... Don't want them to be too prominent to keep the focus more on the pencil. We'll make the nib a bit more pronounced. There we go. Obviously, it's a bit harder doing it at an angle, but I think you get the idea. Rockets often look a bit retro. Yeah, I don't want to look too childish as well. The Top Gear rocket. Oh my goodness. Rocket arrow. Yeah, so I suppose a rocket arrow you could do like that. There's your flame. There's that. And in fact, the top of the rocket could be probably less of an arrow then, unless we just kind of come across half, so we don't go the full width and cut it off. So we sort of try and strike a balance between arrow and rocket. I don't know. Not sure. Forward thinking. Forward thinking. Got the other idea, the arrow. Although that's kind of that's a bit more upwards thinking, less forward and more up. It would look cool, but I don't feel like it's particularly creative. I'm not sure. Use the N for the fins. Use the N for the fins. How do you mean? What, these bits here? What if you create typographic logo and in Nova you create an O in the shape of a rocket bean? A rocket bean? I mean, that is a good point as well. Because we've only got 4 letters, we could do something pretty cool with type. I feel like, oh, I mean, this is going to be so easy to make sci-fi. You could literally just have it like this. V, have the A. I know it's been done like a million times, but the V and the A like this, without any kind of crossbar on the A, or even if you did like a short crossbar and cut it off, it's a super easy way to just make it look sci-fi and go super minimal. So if we were to do something like this, we'll draw the letters ourselves so we can adjust the width and customize them and have fun with that. But then, yeah, I would be looking at, okay, well, how can we integrate something in here? So we could do a pencil. This could be transformation here. So you see these, we've got arrows. So we could, I mean, could we turn those into arrows? I don't know. Or maybe in and of themselves, they do represent innovation and change, one going down, one going up. In fact, yeah, I feel like these shapes actually do lend themselves really well to something quite clever. Oh, sorry, beam. The arrow starts to lean to graffiti. Yeah, there's quite a lot that we could do with this, and we're kind of lucky in the sense with the brand name as well. Sometimes when you're working on something, you just get lucky and the idea and the letters fall together. You know, the whole kind of, you know, if I were to write like, I don't know, ardent, I'm just going to write another word, you know, the whole kind of, oh, let's do that and take away the thing. It's been done so many times before. Or it might be this. You've probably seen this before. Oh, let's do an E like that. And it's sometimes it's like suitable and it makes sense, especially if you're going for like a more futuristic sci-fi look. But other times it's just I don't know, it feels like a bit of a trend that just gets sort of done for the sake of it. But here we could play. In fact, I kind of like, as you said, Marina, the sort of leaning into the type idea a bit more. So we could. I mean, if we're going to do these letters, we could do something really cool. Full custom font drawn from scratch. And then the O. The O is a bit different. How are we going to do that? I don't know. How are we going to do the O? I don't know. Ooh, yeah. What about custom? That could look kind of cool. What about an A that is kind of taking cues from a serif typeface where you've got certain strokes going thicker and then certain strokes going thinner? I don't know if that looks weird or not. So let's try it over here. It might look a bit odd. What would an N look like in that way? So thick. Oh, I don't know. It could look interesting. They said geometric shapes, did they not? The N is almost like the V and the A. Yeah, they're all like, the O is the one that the O is the one that stands out. So I feel like this, you know, whether you love it or hate it, this kind of doing this as a custom font with thin and thick bits would look really cool. It's just then how the O sort of style fits into that. So if I move the N over here, where does the O, what does an O in that style look like? You know, does it have a moon? Which could be sort of cosmic, I guess. I don't know where. I'll have to go and read the brief again soon because I'm getting a bit excited and carried away. But there you go. There's your part of the cosmos, the moon. And then it fits within this style of thick part, thin part. Oh, like a black hole. Yeah, how would you represent a black hole? I mean, if I type in black hole icon, is it going to give me like a galaxy or a vortex? Yeah, okay, like a vortex. Hmm. Okay. It looks like a Saturn. Yeah. And it did say slightly. What was it? Slightly. What was it? Slightly sci-fi? Slightly something, wasn't it? Crap. Where's the brief? Slightly futuristic. So, yeah, maybe don't want to go too space heavy, but cosmic inspired shapes. So the moon, I think, would fit that description. Or we could do an A that is paper aeroplane. Don't know. The lettering here could be quite cool. But let's benchmark that idea against the brief, I think, or at least the keywords that I've pulled out. So we've got Nova text. Creative, yeah. Bold, we could make it bold. We could make it bold. Not so much storytelling. Geometric forms, slightly futuristic, yeah. Future focused. That feels future focused. So if we were going to go the logo type route, it has to feel future focused and imaginative. So creative, imaginative, and future focused. So let's play around some more. Okay. Planet rings around the Earth. Take advantage of Nova, because if you have a client with a name like Suerts, it's hard. Nova is so flexible. Yeah. Could it be bold and italic as movement? Exactly. Yeah, we could do italics. Gives it a more sort of dynamic, leaning forward, thinking feel. So yeah. Oh, let's just sketch. No, that's not an N, Dan. Let's remember how an N looks. So this kind of design would work on specific angles. So vertical, horizontal, and then that would be like a what? Maybe a 45? So we could do something like that. And that could line up. I just kind of wanted it to be like a tick or a check mark, but that would be fine. What about something like a rectangular O? Would that be a bit crap? I don't know. Maybe. Globe grid. I think I'll just stick with the type for now. Just try and think of interesting ways that we can fit type. Do simplified mark as the N. Nova, Nova, Nova. What is an N? Effectively, it's that, isn't it? Lowercase. Yeah, good point. Um, yeah, worth exploring. Nova. Kind of need to do a lowercase a, or I mean, could we do something with this sort of style, or maybe futuristic? That's more of a traditional serif A, so probably less futuristic. This is a pretty common sans serif style A. Perfectly circular O, so we could go super geometric there. It's just getting a cool idea in there. Down. Nope. Check Discord. What's happening in the dis of chord? Oh yeah, nice. I like it. I like where your head's at. Yeah, that B and the A thing as well. I think, yeah, this sort of thing would be so cool to play around with that 45 and 90-degree angle. I would be able to set that up as a grid and then design along it. And I like, oh, I know, ooh. Oh, I see what you mean, Paul. Ha ha ha! That's very clever in terms of the symmetry as well. And I like your N, Raquel. I feel like it balances out the other side. Obviously, if you were going to go more italics. So if I were to do this, I'll take this same design, but do it with your N. So it would go. Well, I suppose actually, I don't have to do an italic O, which is nice. And then the N is. And you've sort of linked it into the O, haven't you? What about. Just ripping off Paul's idea for a second. And you've got your V and your A. This one. Yeah, that's what Paul's design was. It's in the Discord. The V and the A. Looking in the Discord. Yeah, let me get them up. Hang on. Copy image. So this is Raquel's one. I think it's got the bold quality as well. And then this is Paul's one. Me. Oh, it's massive. There we go. And the clever symmetry. Maybe a combination of the two. This, but a bit thicker. So if I were to try... Let's go... And then we've got the... How do we... Ooh, how do we... No, it looks a bit like Noah there. It's not quite what we're going for. But if we bring the O down, take the V up, and then we'll keep the A separate, but have it coming down. And then this bit here, how could we stick an O in there? Play around with negative space a little bit. Bulb one looks like Nokia. I mean, it could be something sort of more type led that is kind of, we sort of start simple and then we do some really cool custom bits, get some angles in there. I like these sharp sort of angles. This will lean into the sci-fi element a bit more. And then we could round these off to reinforce the O aspect. I don't know. Not sure about that. Negative, trying to get the negative space in there. Pulls V and A. Let's have a look. Yeah, the zigzag. Niver. Nivea. Yeah, I did like this one. It feels like it could be bolder. Maybe like this. And I might space the letters out as well. If we were going to go something bold. Let's try something a bit different. Let's get a bit more creative with it. Especially with the angles. Do something like that. Could even... So if I were to do a V like that, this angle would kind of lean quite nicely. And the A, it's tricky when you angle certain parts because then you've got certain bits that are flat and certain bits that are angled. So it's like, do you angle everything, which can look weird? So you could try and angle that, and I think this A looks quite sci-fi. N and V with triangle join. Go back to your lettering. It's innovative, approachable, and gives a premium look. Now, where's now? I think this one needs an O, but I don't see that as a V. I see it as a V and an A. And making this more A-like is quite easy. This is going to be tricky to kind of figure out the height, the baseline and the cap line height, just so it's like typographically correct. I like the N. This N would look really good on its own, and I'm trying to have it kind of lined up and everything. So the kind of this bit here cuts through to there. And I think that would stand on its own pretty well as a strong mark. It's a flipping O. I mean, geometric. I feel like it has to be round. These are obviously a bit squish at the minute. Unless we just did like a solid color. Quite literally a black hole. It could look alright. I feel like it has to be different in this style because it's so different to the other letters. Do you know what I mean? If I do that, this letter with the kind of similar style, it just looks like a regular O. Which could be cool. Then we could do something like that. But then I feel like this has been done before, like a arrow and a... And that solid fill there would definitely make it bold, and you could stamp it with a color. N and V with a triangle joint. N and V with a triangle joint. I mean, if it was NVA, we could do that. You got your N, your V, and then your A. But there's no O. Unless you did that. Or that. I don't know. It's abstract, maybe a bit too abstract, I'm not sure. I mean, another idea, just to go super geometric. Might look a little bit more preschool. Or another idea is there's the N, there's the O. I think this is leaning a bit more back into Paul's idea. I mean, I don't know what I read that as. Non. I see it over here as a backwards N. Would it work if the first part of the N was a triangle and the last vertical path is suggested somehow? Right, so like a triangle here. I mean, and a little triangle. That could be one way of representing innovation, transformation, you know, streamlining, change. And then is that the sort of thing you meant? I don't know if I understood it correctly. Inside of O triangle looks same other. O triangle. I do like this N here. Could do something really cool with that. Like a way to make most of it and a range of triangles. I mean, this this might be a little bit bonkers, but let's try and do this one properly. It's your N and your V. I think it's meant to be a pencil, but I don't know. I think I might have gone off the deep end there. I'm using, at the moment, I'm using an XP Pen Artist Pro 16TP. Okay, yeah, so different shapes. So or maybe a diamond, yeah. That could work with this sort of style anyway. What about M O V? I think I'm reaching a little bit here. How did you learn to draw logos with interesting shapes? Oh, just I didn't really. I don't know. just just sketch ideas. Um, I mean, I guess I've been doing it for 20 years, but it's not like I've been sketching for 20 years. I used to go straight into Illustrator, and I would because my sort of design style was a lot more. It's always been quite sort of geometric and clean. So I would use the Illustrator shape tools to do my ideas using a tablet in there. It's actually probably only the last couple years, maybe even year, where I've started doing a lot more logos and I'm like really enjoying it. That I've kind of gone more back to sketching. Because when I look at the logos I've done in the last year, some of them I think are really clever, but a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them come back to a good idea, and a lot of the idea generations happens in the stuff that I can just quickly sketch out, scribbly wibbly ideas. You know, if you can get a good idea in the sketching phase, technically, because I know the software, creating it's pretty easy. So if we decided that this was the logo we wanted to go with, like to create that in Illustrator properly is pretty straightforward. It's just a process, you know. But I think the to get a better design on concept that better fits a brief, this whole sketching part of the process is like the most important. Hello. Ah, you're welcome. Hopefully you enjoy them. Oh, I learned a Portuguese word. Nova and novo. Oh, I want to do something really sexy with the N. Ooh, Aladdin's just come on. Oh, hang on. Where's Friend Like Me? Gotta put that on. That's a tune. Oh no, where is it? Oh, come on. It's hiding somewhere. Ooh, fine. Arctic Monkeys it is. Ding ding ding. Ding 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 ding. Do ding ding ding. Bing bing bing. Innovate transforms to Nova. Innovate. I mean, there's a similarity. Hee hee. Innovate. 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 Nova as a triangle? Yeah, I love that N. Let's try and sketch that out a bit better. Nice and wide. And then we'll do that. Doon 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 doon. So we'll keep the same angle, but we're gonna bring it down to this sort of level. Or could I get it to line up? Maybe actually, if I figure out exactly what the angle is. Do you know what I mean? I want to try and get that to line up. And then this angle here, whatever that angle ends up being, I'd probably mirror that. So this part of the end would have it as well. You must have in that mug a dark roasted Italian profile coffee. I've got no idea, David. Costa. Is there anything more soulless than logos consisted just of one word typed out in default Helvetica? I mean, it's a fair point, but I don't know. I think I could make a logo look good with Arial because I would typeset it correctly. So I feel like, yes, it's not the most creative, but I think that you can actually get good looking logos, even if the concept isn't right and it doesn't fit the brief. If you technically execute something really well, you can make things visually pleasing. So, you know, a simple font, properly typeset, spaced, and used, even in a simple way, you could make a logo look better. I use that inverted commas or quotation marks. Better than something that is executed poorly and that makes lots of typography mistakes and stuff. Does that make sense? Two vertical lines on the left and right, and put an upside down teardrop in the middle. Teardrop? Why a teardrop? Hey, Faram. Hello. Oh, hello in Inoza Games. I'm very well. You get a wave as well. Everyone who's just joined, you get a wave. I'm good, thank you, sir. Oh, this could look kind of cool. N with a ring. What, you mean a ring around the outside? Or a ring like a something cosmic? V on the bottom and O on the top. If the execution is good, even if basic ideas, it can look marvelous. Yeah, 100%. 100%. If I think of one, I'll try and demonstrate that as an example. In fact, no, I can show you an example. I'll show you this in action. Slap in some... God, I should have done this in Illustrator, actually. I'm like, whoa, keep my shortcuts. Maluccio. You could do that. As you can see, you can make something look very, very fancy, premium, just by bumping the track in and choosing different colors. We could do something else. Take the M, make it smaller. Go for the width. We'll drop the tracking because it's just scales terribly in that way. Detail, line it up to the sides. So we're going to stack this in a block. Obviously the M is aerial, so it's not the nicest, but we could then go and customize that. We could do all sorts with it, really. That's just literally 2 seconds. Lined up, spaced well. You know, it's just a nonsense fake brand I've just made up. Or, oh, I mean, even simpler. Let's do something else. Trickier with the alignment. But, I don't know. It's just... Is it going to win any awards? I don't know, it might do. Probably not. But do you see what I mean? The technical execution's tight, so you can make a lot of things look good if you avoid mistakes. So here, should drop that down a tiny bit. So it's kind of central to the logo mark. It's not too close, but it's not too far. Got a sort of good spacing. The mark isn't too big compared to the text. You just make things balance. If you master the fundamentals, it's amazing how you can make something look good very, very simply. Yeah, this stream is sponsored by Maluccio. Stop it, Raquel. Maluccio, the best coffee for designers. One sip and your logos will be deliciously caffeinated. That would be good. A coffee marketed at designers. Yes, it's definitely going to get... Yeah, you're definitely going to get some sort of lawsuit there. Probably Adidas or someone. That's funny. But hopefully that illustrates the point I was trying to make. I just made Maluccio up off the top of my head. Right. Right. I want to vectorize something, so we need an idea. I'm going to try this one because even though I've not fleshed out the concept here, I want to see if it's got some legs. Do you have any legs, boy? Oh, hang on. There we go. It'd help if you could see Illustrator. Right, we'll use this as a basis. Right, how are we going to do this, Dan? We're going to pen tool the line work. Any line work you want to do it with strokes. And we'll start chunky. We can always trim it down. You want to do it with strokes so you can adjust the width and other stroke related properties. So we'll do this. We're not going to connect them for now. Or are we? Ooh, maybe actually. Yeah, because we get the natural sort of join there. Let's get some guides. So we'll kind of just... Whoop. That was a bit sloppy then. Let's line that up, top and bottom. There we go. Come on, Ginger. Attention to detail, son. So then these bits here, we're going to bring them up, and we can't adjust the angle of the cap on a stroke. So what we're going to do is direct selection tool to copy this middle piece, copy, paste in place, flip it round, and then make it a really bright color so I can see what I'm doing. I want to try and keep the angle the same, so it's kind of like an X at the minute, so we'll scale it up like this, and then I want to have that like that, and then we'll make it white to match the background, bring it to the front. Oops, where have you gone? There we go. You see what I mean? So we've got the same sort of angle. And do the same over here. It might feel a bit low. And then this one, bring that down to the guide. Bring that to the guide as well. So when we turn off the guides, it might feel a bit low. So we might have to adjust it. So let's drag it out here. Scale tool to push them in opposite directions. Then we'll bring this up. It's a tricky one because you want it to look sort of balanced on both sides optically, but you don't want one bit to feel too high. So it's kind of like where do you position it? So might have to look at it and just see what feels right. I don't know, maybe that does feel right. I want Poppy to take me to the park. What? How is has Poppy messaged that saying she's going to the park, is she? Alright, let's try something. Let's lock my guides first. Well, scale you out. How does that work? It feels a little bit. Let me try to flatten. This is a trick you can use to flatten the top of the N. So select it, P for the pen tool, add a new point, and then adjust it. Move it on top of this one. Press the right arrow key once, or however many times you like, and it will flatten it out. And then you could push these down. Oh god, that looks awful. Ugh, yuck. Maybe go back to that. You can't change the angle, unfortunately, unless you do what I just suggested, which was add another anchor point and then play around with it, which is very useful. So what I do is I literally use white lines. So these are just white shapes on top. It's not ideal, but it helps me visualize how it's going to look. And once I've got that, like, you know, it's all downhill then. What do we think about the N? I'm pretty confident I could make a V and an A in this sort of style. I need some mum care. Oh, I know, Rocco. If it wasn't for the distance, honestly, just get over and have a massage. Poppy's so good. She's so good. So let's try and bring you down. Here we go. That's all right. No worries. So the O would be pretty straightforward, depending on how we do it. So let's just do that for now. Now with the O, well, typically you'd overshoot the baseline and the cap line, but with the pointed tips on the N, I don't know. So we'll have to see how the rest of the letters look. And then we would have our V here, so we'll flip it round. Outline mode is the way to extend and match the angle easily. This bit, you're going to have to come down. Although you'll probably have an angle as well, actually. So let's copy you over. Let's get you lined up to this one here. Ba, 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 ba. I'm using a stroke here, but you can use boxes, which is probably easier because it snaps to guides and you can do this. Doesn't matter. And this might have the right sort of width, actually. But then... how's the A going to look? Like this? If we line that up. And obviously we've got to get the spacing between the letters right as well. So, let's squish them together a bit more. I probably will space these out quite a lot, actually. Hey, Moosh. Yeah, we're sort of trying to stick to the Tuesdays and Thursdays a bit more now. I know last week was Friday. Could even just... I mean, I wouldn't say it's not like I don't like that. Just the straight black hole. And then for the A, we could do another horizontal line. And we'll just see how this looks. I'm going to have to match the angle there. Just something like that. And we could even take this and let's get rid of all the crazy angles and go with something a little bit more normal. I'm in another dimension. Oh, that sounds nice. Anywhere lovely? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Do I? I don't know if I like this, you know. What do I not like about it? There's something I don't like. Or do I like it? I don't know. Is it the spacing? Might be the spacing. I'm very well, thank you. Oh, they're very relaxing, are they? Sorry, the brief. Yeah, I'll copy and paste it into Discord. That's a good shout. There you go. I'll bring it up here so you can have a look at the scribbles. We kind of speed ran the whole brainstorm process today, so that's the brief, keywords, and then just a little bit of word mapping, word association, just throwing down ideas. I'll just paste it in the Discord. Hang on. There you go. Nova. We can play around with line widths. This is why we have it as a stroke as well. Whoa. And I think now I've changed the width. Nothing lines up. I don't know. What's like an eclipse? You could do like an eclipse style. Uh, what was that other lettering style I did? Play around with that a bit more. This is why I was saying that it's good to get the idea nailed down first before you start coming into Illustrator. Because as you can see, I'm just kind of, you can still do this and it's fine. But, and this is just sometimes the way it goes, you know, depending on how you like to work. But I find it sometimes a lot easier to get a solid idea sketching that you go, yeah, that is really good. Then run with it. It could be a different N. Oi, Captain. Oi there. Me hearty. No, this is a ChatGPT generated thing. Is it because the N, the O vertical, and the A and S slanting thrown off the foot? Yes, Zara, you might be right. I think you are right there. They're all, these are like normal vertical, and these are all slanty slopey. We could actually just change that. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it might look good, but it would look a bit generic then. To just, have like a normal V, and then we do like an A, and it would look fine. Kind of goes back to what I was saying before. You can make simple things look good by technically executing them well. But I feel like we could do better. How is it half five? How is it half five? That doesn't really look like anything. V and an A. Could be an A. Oh, you study graphic design? Oh, nice. Well done. Good choice. It can help connect the letters to make the design cohesive. It's definitely different. I'll say that. No, it is. It's a somewhat limited brief. A bit more for fun, really. I think one of the most important skills is idea generation and technical execution. I mean, we could ask it to generate some fake history. Where is it? God, that made me jump. Oh no, the children are home.
Hello. Hi. We still streaming?
But Moosh said it's a bit too soulless. Hello.
Hi. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy.
There we go. We'll see if we can get some backstory. It's probably going to be like, what's a moosh? Astronomical term describing a star that suddenly increases in brightness, standing out in the sky. That's exactly what Nova Exists do for its clients. Take their brand from overlooked to unforgettable, making them shine brighter. Oh, beautiful. That's good. I like that. Sparks curiosity, communicates clearly, and leaves a lasting impression. Nova's approach combines creativity with clarity. Illumination, imagination, impact. Make your brand shine. Okay, so the star angle might be a good way to go. So let's go back to sketching. All right. Sketchy, sketchy. We did have a star design. Where is it? This one. Paper airplane star. Yeah, you just don't want it to be crap with a star. And brighter. This could be kind of cool. It's kind of having the lines in this way. It makes it look like a star, but it almost makes it look like a person to dancing. I don't know if anyone else can see that, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. It feels like it's someone just kind of going, hmm. Oh no. Maybe it's just me. Star. It's just me. Yeah, never mind. A. There's an A in there. Is this clown work? No. I see the person going, we. Yeah, so Rakao, you could see it as well. I can't unsee it now. It's just you, yeah. No, I've got no idea. That does give me that little sci-fi vibe. Oh, it's like a little rocket. Nubia logo. Oh yeah, this is the A. Nubia. Uh, Slightly different. Oh, what the star version? Oh, which one? Sorry, you talking about this one, Moosh? Yeah. Well, make your brand shine. It's a bit more of a sparkle, isn't it? Shine sparkle. It's making that lot not look terrible. God, it's hard, yeah. Blending the astrological aspect with the making your brand shine with letter forms as well. Oh, no biggie. This kind of makes me think of almost like a planet ring here. So I wonder if I can... Do you know that's very true? I forget that the sun is a star. You, but the way they're represented visually can be quite different. Oh, I see what. Oh, I got to turn my head sideways. Oh, I see what you mean. See what you mean. And then this one here. Just see. Yeah, it's what to do with the A, isn't it, David? I do like the lettering angle. I wonder if we could represent that. Oh, make your brand shine. Star. Represent that stuff through the letters. It's probably harder, actually. Cloud. Don't know. Oh, I like where this would go. This one here. I don't know what. I'll start scribbling, Moosh, and I'll look away, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, this one." I'm like, "Wait, what one?" It's like one eye on the screen, one eye on the chat. You can make A with O plus a dot. Oh, I see what you're saying. Make A with O. Wait, no. What are you saying? You can make A with an O plus a dot. Oh, you might be onto something. That's a good concept. I have no idea which one you're talking about. This one here. Is that the one? I'll just keep the screen still for a second. Bottom right. Did you use that brand brief GPT? Just regular. Which idea did you like? Draw a circle. Is it this one? Is that the one? Put that one. Put a dot in the bottom right. The bottom right. What of this one? uh, Ooh. Hmm.
Whoosh.
You all seem to think there's an idea here, so we're gonna keep going. uh, Shooting star. I've already got an. If you had a line at the bottom right point going up, you could have Nov and A all there somehow. Wouldn't make any damn sense, but it's there. Oh, sorry, I see what you mean about the dot. Infinity star. What's an infinity star? Oh goodness. It's like that thing we did the other day. Flipping star. What about what about a normal V upright? L3 Atlas. Oh no, what is that? I've been down enough rabbit holes. I need a break. Let's. Whoa. Let's go. This. Yeah, what's the Atlas thing? I must have missed that. Oh, we've got a nice bit of angle matchage going on here. This O's a bit rubbish. It's got to be a circle, really, isn't it? Oh. What do you do when you have a deadline? The creativity needs to happen and it doesn't. I think I'd like to think I try and learn for next time. So if I end up in that situation, I sort of think I don't want to end up in this situation again. So I'm gonna change my process and try and figure out what happened. So let's just say it's the creativity not coming and the deadline's looming. My brain would be like, well, maybe I need to start the process a bit earlier. Although to be honest, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just go through the same process again because I'm an idiot. But logically, a normal person would think, I need to try and avoid this pain that I experienced and this frustration. Nova! There we go. We got a moon. We couldn't get you a star, but you're going to shine bright like the moon. I think as well, the other answer, care, is just staying up late nights, and yeah. Although I feel like with the inspiration thing and I allow myself enough time as well. So if when I would work with a client, I would outline my process up front, and I'd say how long it would take. If they're saying to me the logo needs to be done, in 3 days, I'll be like, hey, I'm not the guy for you. If you're prepared to rush a logo design within several days and you can't wait a week, even though you'd get a much better result, there's someone out there who's a better fit for you. I ain't into banging out rush jobs. Look, I'm just being upfront and honest with you, and I would just have that conversation. For me, getting the logo right to have the best impact on your business is more important than getting it done and saving 3 days. Because you might save 3 days, but if you get your logo wrong and you appeal to the wrong audience and not the right one, those 3 days of rushing it or whatever will cost you in terms of your business. And I don't want that for your business. I want you to thrive and succeed, and for this logo, this rebrand, whatever it is, to mean something. So that's what I would do. I would bring it back to the business side of things, because that's often the language that a lot of people or clients would speak. As soon as you go down the route of saying, if you rush this and get this logo wrong, it's going to affect your bottom line. I think a lot of people would sit up and pay attention a bit more then. Oh, hopefully I'm ready for some aliens now. Let's go.
Oh, no.
Aliens, yeah. My barber filmed something really weird in the sky. He showed me before. And he was going for a walk, and he says he keeps seeing things in the sky, and his friends are now seeing them as well. And he showed me the video, and I got to be honest, I was like, what the hell is that? It's this weird little thing in the sky. and you'd look at it and go, oh, it's a star or something, but it was just way too big, and then it stayed stationary, and then it moved, and then stopped, and then it did it again. I don't know if I've even showed you the video.
You're not talking to me?
No, no, not at all, love. It was my logic. I'm very logical about things. You know, I like to check things out before I open my mouth. You know, so I fully research something. And even I looked at it and I was like, my brain cannot find a rational explanation for what I'm watching. It's flipping weird. It was weird. Venom like creature is real. Ah, I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. I reckon behind closed doors they've definitely got lightsabers. Which is probably for the best, really. If imagine if imagine if they secretly had lightsabers. Would you trust all of us lot running around with lightsabers? I don't know. Save us. Nova. I wonder if we could do something with color here. Oh, it said about flipping gradients, didn't it? I totally forgot that. So let's run with this one because within the time limit, this is probably as good as I'm going to get. Normally, this sort of process I'd be sketching out for a lot longer, and I would stretch it out as well. You know, you don't want to just sit and sketch for like 5-6 hours. I mean, you can do, but I like to take breaks, come back, just move around a bit. Just going back to what you were saying before, Care. If you're stressed out and you've got a deadline and you're putting pressure on yourself, usually that's, at least for me, not the best way to get my best ideas out. There are risks of gradients on logos, yeah, but you see companies do it all the time. If they've got an online presence as well, and you want to get print proofs before you print. You know, it really does depend. You know, you can print full color photos, so you can print gradients. It's not like you can't, but depending on the printer and the process being used, you just got to watch out for banding and all sorts of other things. That's what the brief said, didn't it? I think what was it, blue and purple, possible metallic. So I got an idea. We'll run with it and see what happens. Let's define a couple swatches. So we'll go global, and we'll do a purple, and we'll do one more. And then let's just go and slap on a default gradient, black to white. And we will dump in some colors like that. I'm going to go with a 45 angle. I want that blue up in the corner. And if it doesn't run through everything, you can make it a compound path. So what that would look like is, you see here, at the minute the gradient's applied to each shape individually. If you select this and press Command or Control 8, it'll make it a compound path and blend everything, but they're still separate pieces. We kind of want the whole thing to be a compound path as well, actually. So we'll just select everything, make the whole thing a compound path, and then the gradient runs through the whole thing. And we could do that. We could do like a... set a background color. And then we just go into the swatches and change the colors. Yeah, we'll try a few different versions. Normally we wouldn't get to color at this stage. We're sort of speedrunning it, like I said. Let's look at it on white as well, actually. Because the dark color is quite heavy. I mean, yeah, it looks cute. Does it fulfill the brief? I've got no idea at this point. But we are speedrunning it, so... Because I will need to go and eat something soon. Let's see if we can add a color in there. So we could do just one. I wonder what it would look like if we... Oh, I got an idea. It's tricky. Let's... Whoa, where did that come from? Right, I got an idea. Let's get rid of the gradient. And then we'll expand that. Get rid of all this. Yeah, this is what I'm trying. Yeah, there we go. Try that. Expand, delete, compound shape. And oh, I don't know. Not sure about that. Oh, it depends, Jaden. It could be 2 hours, it could be 4. We're nearly at 3 hours now, so Expanding is a way that you can take strokes and expand them into shapes with a fill. Sometimes you'll need to do that to use certain other features, or if you use live paint, it becomes a live paint group and you've got to expand it to do other things with it. So with expand, do it if you need to, but if you don't need to, don't do it. Because at the minute, all of this is still a stroke, so I can adjust the stroke properties. And I can adjust all this stuff, the weight and everything. If you expand it, you can't. Yeah, maybe a bit bolder. Bit different. Hmm. When you manage to get rid of the clanky edges in the O. Oh, was that the scissor tool? This thing. C on the keyboard. Scissor tool, you can make cuts and then use the direct selection tool to trim them down. So cut, cut, oop, and just trim off the excess. Yeah, I think it's one of those things. I think this is kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, does that look visually good, visually pleasing? Yes. Does it fit the brief? I don't know. I'd have to go and look at it. It's very easy to get carried away being creative, and then you can get pulled off track. It's very easily done. So that is the thing as well. I feel like the technical execution stuff, the stuff I bang on about all the time, is super important to get it like something looking good. But the idea, the concept in relation to the brief and the actual how well does it solve that problem is equally important. Oh, sci-fi font. Anyone got any good sci-fi fonts?
Comic Sans.
Huh?
Nothing.
You say Comic Sans? Get out. Shine. What was the tagline? It's not shine bright like a diamond, was it? Shine bright like a diamond. What was it? Oh, I've forgotten. Chat GPT. Make your brand shine. There we go. Your brand. Shine. Go for a bluish colour. Oh, like a grey, but with a bit of blue in there. Make your brand shine. Oh. Oh, sorry. Is it time for cuddles now? Come on then. Well, come on then. Yeah. Oh, oh kitty cat. I know. Poor boy being ignored. I know. Terrible daddy having to work. This cat is a donut. If you've never met Crumble before, he is just ridiculous, aren't you? You just want to hide in the beard. He just wants to hide in the beard. Yes, that's a good point, Jaden. Cuddle times prevent burnout. Yes, they do. Mm. Mm. Hello. He's a baby. He's so used to just being. I think I babied him like this since he was little. So he's just a teddy bear, aren't you? Aren't you, big goose? Just while we take a short intermission, if anyone is interested in learning Photoshop or Illustrator, particularly logo design, we do a lot of that in the Illustrator masterclass, but Dansky.com is where all my courses are, but then I've got the Illustrator one. This is the kind of the beginner one, beginner to intermediate pinned at the top of the stream. But yeah, Dansky.com, they're all there. So first class is kind of your beginner introduction to the software, which does get quite advanced, like an intermediate level. And then the masterclass starts at an intermediate level and we'll go to the most advanced stuff I can teach. So like the Illustrator one, for example, we do logo types, logo design, different types of logos, isometric logos, grid systems, icons, illustrations, which can then feed into logo design. What other logo stuff is there? I'd have to go and get the list up. Optical alignment. Yeah, just loads of stuff. There's a whole module on logo design. Isn't there? Yes, there is. Oh yeah, it's definitely not original. it's not original, but then oh dear me. Oh. But I think when it comes to gradients as well, you know, every gradient in the world's probably been used by someone. So I think if we were going to use a gradient here, it's more than just that. It's about the whole brand. If we were going to build this out, do you know what I mean? It would be like how the socials look, how all the merch and bits and anything promotional looks as well, and then trying to give it like a unique flavor through that. So with this, you know, if you were going to do some icons for the, I don't know, the website, for example, you could lean into like a more linear style like this.
Raquel wants cuddles at the park.
She said that earlier. She was like, I want to go to the park with Poppy. And I was like, what? Is Poppy...
Going to the park broke
I was
out.
like, is Poppy at the park? And she's like, no, she said the other day she's at the park.
I went to a museum, science museum, with the boys today. It was great.
Oh, yeah. Was it good?
It was actually so fun.
Oh, that upside down picture was mind bending.
Yeah, just shared some from Instagram. Wanna swing from the chandelier.
Oh dear. This is the point in the stream where it all just kind of breaks apart now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Do 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 do. Hoo hoo do 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 do. Da 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 da. Hey hey, 'cause I got high. 'Cause I got high. I was gonna learn Photoshop, but then I got high. I was gonna join Dansky's stream, but I got high.
Oh, opera voice.
And I can't use the goddamn pen tool, and I know why. Hey, hey, 'cause I got high. 'Cause I got high. Because I got high. Da 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, such a funny song. I'm like a kid again. Cheese fact incoming. I need to get my elevator music back. I've lost it. Oh, Poppy's got an insane voice, yeah.
Oh, have you told people about what's to come?
Yeah, we're doing the monster ski competition, and we've got the song. It's really
So
cool.
good.
It's really cool. We just got to make a whole flipping music video now in like no time at all.
Yeah.
Put work to the side.
But if you've not heard last year's one or watched last year's video,
Oh yeah, has anyone not seen Monster Ski?
and everyone has to enter, then there'll be a prize giveaway.
Yes, it's a
person.
Photoshop competition. If no one knows what I'm on about, this was so basically it's like a little music video, but then afterwards I talked about the competition, but obviously that was last year, so we've cut it off. But we'll be doing another one this year. So if you want to enter a design competition and design something funky and spooky and awesome, then we'll be doing that.
But with a new song.
With a new song. Hello. Yeah, there's the link to the video. We've never made a music video before. So we used a program to like AI generate the song, but then all the footage and the effects and stuff, the whole thing was just kind of cut together, and it was just so much fun doing it.
It's so good.
Yeah, so we kind of know what to expect now. So the thought of doing a music video is kind of less daunting, I guess, but we're gonna have fun with it.
I've actually got you some presents still.
Have you?
Yeah.
Can I eat them?
No.
Not interested.
Gotta be interested.
Yeah, that was using AI music. The new song though, the AI is insane. It's scary. It's flipping awesome.
I think at the end of the last one, I'm gonna add some vocals to this one as well. And I added some ooze.
Yeah, Poppy is going to do some vocals. I might do a little bit, but I'll leave the the vocals to Poppy probably. I'll do the edit and just dance around on camera like an idiot. I kind of liking this more and more actually. The more I stare at it, it's all right. It's okay. It's this solid 3 out of 10. I just linked it, Jaden. It's just a little bit above. Yeah. So it was just kind of the promo for the competition.
From last year.
Yeah. So it's kind of originally it was sort of inspired a bit by Benny's Spooky Edit War, but he stopped doing that, and that makes me really sad. But I really enjoyed doing those Halloween Photoshop competitions. So it's kind of like, well, let's just do our own one then. So. Yes, we are a thief. It's going to be a Halloween one. What did we do last time? Did we announce the winners on Halloween? No, sorry. Did the competition end on Halloween? I can't
I
remember.
think it definitely ended on Halloween.
It ended on right. So
I think maybe it was like the first.
it ended on Halloween, and I think we might have done a stream on Halloween as well. I swear you gave me pumpkin ears or something. Put something pumpkiny on me.
Possibly, yeah.
And then we announced the winner afterwards. That sounds about right. So if we gave everyone 3 weeks to work on an entry, that would mean we've got 2 weeks to make just under 2 weeks to make a video.
We can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So possibly about 3 weeks to work on entries.
And last year's entries were amazing.
They were insane. Yeah. It wasn't even just Photoshop. It was the cards. Yeah, I've got them. I got them here.
Yeah. So I made them for Dan's birthday because it's Dan's birthday's the month after Halloween.
So Poppy actually got these made. So there you go. And if we go in here, we'll see who have we got. So we got the back of the card. They're kind of like trading cards, like collectible cards. Yeah, that sort of thing. Oh, what was this? Was this? I can't remember what place they came. That was definitely in the top 3. That's Raquel's one.
Was it Billy that won?
Yes.
Yeah. Loved Billy's one.
Let's have a look.
Oh, yeah.
We got Pop. This is Poppy's entry.
I did it in the last 10 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
The devil one. Was that your one, Gorav? We got a few. This is Billy. This is the winner. Sorry, it's so dark. How many are there? I don't know. It's got to be a good 30 or 40. Yeah, there's this one. Is that your one, Gorav? Oh, this is my one.
You need a light on them.
If I hold them back. Oh, there we go. Sorry. If I hold them back here, you can see them a bit better. This is Moosh's one.
Oh, I love Moosh.
The Kraken. Or the Danken. Danken Kraken.
Show the devil one again?
Yeah, it's a bit dark, wasn't it? Hang on. Oh, God, I've made a mess. I've dropped them everywhere now. There you go. You can see it a bit better now.
So cool.
Oh. This is Paul's. Oh, who was this one? I want to say Scott, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I can't remember.
That was like the second or third place. I can't remember.
This was a really good one as well. Nice colour scheme.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
That one was either in the top 3 or very, very nearly in the top
Yeah, I can't exactly remember the top 3. I remember the winner. There were a few that were It was really hard because I feel like we picked our
So hard.
top 10 and then we jigged them around and it was so hard to narrow them down. Obviously a testament to the amazing designs and the creativity and the quality. It was just so flippin' hard to edit them. But yeah.
There weren't. There were a few more than the top 10s. I think I had like a limited number
Yeah.
of cards.
It's so cool.
That I could add, and I just picked as many as I could.
Oh, what, for the print?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So there were some
How many
more.
cards are there?
I don't know. I'm not
I feel
counting
like
them.
there was like 24.
Probably 20 or 30. Yeah, maybe not
There was
40.
about 50 entries or so. Somewhere.
Yeah, they're from the competition. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, let's have a look at where we landed. What was that? 3 hours? That's not bad for 3 hours work. Sometimes you do get a winner really quick. You get a really, really good idea early on and you're just like, oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that design, but it's not something I look at and go, that's the one. That's an amazing idea. That's what I kind of look for. But definitely fulfills a bit of the brief, but yeah, not bad for 3 hours. But normally, yeah, this whole process would take a lot longer. It would be a lot more drawn out, more thoroughly explore concepts and I would get a solid concept in here that excites you. That you think, yeah, this looks really good before going into Illustrator. That's what I would do. And we didn't even look at fonts, actually. We did something very letter-centric, but we didn't even go through fonts. So I would type out the word Nova, uppercase, lowercase, and just go through all your fonts. Because even if you don't use a specific font, it can spark inspiration. You might see a font and go, oh, that is super sci-fi. And then you sort of want to go more down that route. Yeah, those years of experience are all packed into the courses. Or just join the live streams and listen to me talk nonsense and drink coffee while we all have a good time.
Surely good time.
That was the goal with the courses, particularly the masterclasses. It was like, what are the best things I can teach people how to make? Like the best, most advanced stuff. Start there and then work backwards and then just add in like all the kind of technical stuff and a bit more theory in the masterclasses as well. The first class ones are like, let's just teach you the tools and the software, get you making some really good looking stuff. And then the masterclasses are specifically like, right, you know the basics, you've got a good handle on it. We're going to build on that and just go deeper with everything. That's kind of really where they're aimed at. Oh, thank you, Andrea.
Oh.
And I'm glad you didn't get eaten by a bear.
What?
Andrea used to walk home from school with bears. I know. Comic Sans. Get out, Jaden. You're barred. Oh, thank you, Gorav. I've just become a deity. Excellent. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoy them. I enjoy them as well. So hopefully they are fun and at least somewhat helpful. Ooh, let's just revisit. What do you reckon, Pops? Would you shop at Maluccio?
Depends what it sells.
I've got no idea what it sells.
Is that not like Adidas?
Someone else said that. Someone else said Adidas lawsuit incoming. No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not Adidas.
Adidas.
Adidas. Right, let's fix this. It needs to be more M. Do 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 do. There we go. It's better now. Malucho. Oh, right. My tummy is actually legit rumbling. So I need to go and forage some food. What is Malucho? Nobody knows, Marina. It's a mystery. I think it was me just more making a point about something. Besky. It looks like a car brand. It reminds me of something, yeah. Right. Oh, this has been fun. You've all been amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, it's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. So I guess I'll see you next week. Also, we need to figure out a day. We've got our course members meetup. So if you're a course member, we do a live Zoom call every month. So in fact, actually, if you are a course member and you've got any projects you want to work on, or you want feedback, or just anything you want to cover, send it to me before our meetup. We'll do it either at the weekend or early next week. But yeah, please send me stuff. I like it when people send me stuff because then we can just kind of run with it and see what happens. So if you've got a design that you're working on, oh come on, Andrea, you can get a flipping webcam.
Oh, Andrea, come on.
Come on, Andrea, get on in here. Don't make me come over there. Oh, hey, Rick. Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you. It turned out all right, yeah. It's okay. But yeah, if you are a course member, we do the meetup. I'll send out emails with dates and links and all that to join. So fire over your work, and or if you've got a project you're working on and you're stuck for ideas, whatever, we can just dive into something. We've got a good hour and a half together, so we can get stuck into something. Maybe I can show you a bear. I would love to see a bear. Like when I saw that badger the other day, I did get quite excited. I took a little video and everything. And I did. I tried to talk to it. That's what I do. I tried talking to it. I was like, oh, hello. And he ran off, and then I sort of scurried after him, and then he ran and hid under a car. Ah, right. Amazing. Have a fantastic week, everyone. And, well, I'll see you in the Discord. There's a link in the stream description if you want to join. But, yeah. Oh, I would roll a trailer. I would run a trailer for the course, but I still don't have it sorted yet. So
Daniel.
you'll have to just imagine it. I don't know. Maybe Poppy could do a promotional segment for the courses. Come on, you can come over here.
I've been out all day.
Come on, grab your Hoover.
Running around.
Grab your Hoover.
No.
Come over here.
Had enough.
I need you to promote the courses.
Oh,
Come on. I'll give you a prop if you
I
need.
can't even remember what your courses are.
We teach Photoshop and Illustrator. We need a. I'll give you a prop.
I need a prop. Okay.
What about? Oh, okay. I'll do the music.
Oh, wait, I'm like the headless horseman. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, this is Dansky. That's Dansky. He has his plaque. He's almost at 1 million subscribers. So that man knows what he's saying. He is experienced. He sells a course. Not just one course, not just 2 courses, not just 3 courses.
How many courses?
I've got no idea how many.
4.
4 courses.
And a bonus course. You get a bonus course with each
And
course.
a bonus course with
It's
each
like a mini
course. That's what?
It's
Mini
a
course.
It's a mini course.
A mini course. So you're just getting so much for what you're getting. And yeah, it's amazing. I edited quite a few of them. We've got an amazing editor called Nikki, who's doing some stuff as well on there. She's brilliant and has just completely made my life a lot better. And yeah, but it's a great course.
Love that. So what do you get with the course? Well, you get what you get.
You get what you give.
You get what you get.
You
Facts.
get what you sold.
Ah, funny. I know we need the music. There we go. I'll try and prepare the actual promotional trailer, but until then, you're just going to have to deal with us, a couple of idiots.
Yeah.
Just
If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Let's get this man to 1 million subscriptions.
1 million subscriptions, bruv.
1 million subscribers. That would just be insane. And we're going to do something crazy. Like,
Oh, I'm glad you like it, Raquel. That's awesome.
jump out. You've already done that.
Yeah. Also, hi, Dilshan.
Hello.
Bye, Dilshan.
Bye.
See you later, guys. Bye.